Okay, welcome to Aspherian Guard. I was what about the gameplay part 2? The plot. What about the plot? The plot is really good. I'm not going to divulge much, but the plot makes sense. You have choices on this map, and there are certain things that you need to achieve, and that involves NPC helpers that you need to find and then befriend. And then achieve something after that. There's also a nice finale, so that the world, according from the point of view, becomes much more fleshed out. However, as you notice, this map, this is just the standard map, but a copy made of it for table presence reasons. There are mountain ranges, and normally in a map you have a scale. So what is a kilometer, or what is a mile in some countries? But also the regions should have names. So this is a mountain range, and there's a mountain top. For example, here, if you zoom in at Silni itself, the story first starts in Silni, so that's not a spoiler. This mountaintop is only mentioned. It has a name, right? But the name is never mentioned, and unless until in the finale, and then you know what the name of the mountain is. But these plains, for example, there are two rivaling farms guilds, and they are never fleshed out. What is their headquarters? What is how did the rivalry start? How many people are there in this part and in this part? What is the name of the thing? Is the name of the guild, so it's a golden scythe territory, but it's missing. And if you show the map in advance, so you're presenting the information up front for everyone. Oh, here is the compass, for example. So this is north. This it should be like so. This is north, west, east, south. So it's a northern hemisphere. That's all I know. But and things become greener. That's also nice. But even if it wants to be an old map, you should have here be dragons, or Hic Sunt Draconii or something. The mining locations don't have names. And it is a well-known location, because people actually did make an effort to carve out a road that only goes to the mine. So the people of Mir in this case. And if you look at this thing, the people from Vouno actually only made a road for the purpose of getting ore. Not sure what this dot thing means. I think it will come out later, or I should need to look it up, but because somewhere, I mean, these nodes are connected, I think, but I'm not sure if you can access them right now. But once you can, there is here something like 6. It should have a name. This is a road to nowhere. There isn't even a way to well, you can use the boat like so, but you can this part is part of the ocean, and you can't access it. So maybe this is a fishing location. Not really sure. So that is more or less my critique. Make it a real map. Show that there is some lore, because the people of Isafar, they are part. This is a continent. The people of Isafar, so it should be written Isafar here, not Isafar in Guard. But the people of Isafar are the second inhabitants, or actually there is a rumor that they are the third. There was an older civilization before the Isafarians, and even before that earlier civilization, there are remnants of an even older civilization. So but it doesn't come at fast enough. If you're looking at this book, it's a lot of content. Some of it is duplicated, for example, but it is a decent plot. There are some things that after you follow. After you completed it, you will see the direct references if you have seen enough movies and read enough books. But there is, for example, this is then Ryba, so that's the fishing town here. There's a lot to say about this, but yeah. So what more can I say? Oh yeah. So I haven't. I got a little bit tired of these guys. They are so archetypical and yeah, basically flat characters. They are all about. He's all about duty, and he's all about following the captain. But I wish there were some hints about how he became a captain, because you have to be smarter, better, show more leadership than your fellow guards, and yeah. So the only thing is that he can communicate better than Alec, and Alec is into flasks. It's a bit woke version of man, so yeah, it must be something modern. Then this is the second book. I'm not really sure where does it start. 110. 7. I read this part. These two guards, and not really sure why she's praying. I have my theories, but let's not mention them. So this part, this is a much shorter book, and in the first book, Gregory starts alone, and here they start together. But when they wake up, then their team members are gone, and they see some tracks leading everywhere. So they need to make a plan. Then they go north. So this is the forbidden thing, red dot territory. Not going to show you the text, but they start about here, and they plan to go here. And and the way that Catherine and Yuri approach things differently is very well laid out here, and the things that happen are referenced in book 1. So that's the reason why you want to. If you would have, alternatively, you could have played book 1, the first chapter, book 2, the first chapter, and book 3 and 4, the first chapter, and then the story would, or the world would evolve in a consistent fashion. But if you that would be, I think, too boring and too labor intensive, because you are constantly shifting with bare contents and the skill cards that are totally different between the characters. So that's the practical reason why you're supposed to follow a book, but it's not written in stone that you have to follow campaign 1 and then campaign 2. Campaign 2 is from these point of views, and the things that happen to them, and sometimes they might intertwine with those guys and also the other books, but that's not. There's nothing that says that you can't do it, but yeah, this is. Yeah, well, it's very well described. This is a good writing quality. Campaign 2, campaign 1, from the latter part of 2, starting with 3, and even better in 4. It's well written. Personalities, they actually reason in their own way. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'm quite critical about these things. There are some typos and so on, but that's what you can expect from a first edition and a Kickstarter. At one point you have to go to Stofa, and that's Strofa. That's mostly it, and some it's with a quote or not without a quote. So that's all I have to say, and I hope that gave you a good impression. But take into account that aside from listening to the text, the pictures next to them are actually they give the information about who you can imagine. So here you have old king staring out of the out of his palace, and yeah, there are many scenes that are. These pictures are there for a reason. That's all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye.